All right. Welcome, everyone. To RimWorld, kind of. This is kind of going to be more of an overview of the colony I just went through. There's a couple of things left that I would like it to finish, but if they're not finished by the time I'm through playing for the day, I'm not going to worry about it. This colony is pretty much finished for what I wanted it to do. So first things first is where I'm going to go over the mods, and then I'm going to go. I got a couple of saved areas, like just landed, and they're equipped, so I could go over the map with you and everything like that, and various saves and stuff like that. That I'll talk about, like points and moments in the colony. So first, let's go over the mods. Lots of mods. Of course, you can see a lot of vanilla expanded I don't have on, but some of them I do. Mainly, it's the usual suspects of pre-patcher, fishery, performance fish, and stuff like that. All your bays, allow tools. I added, since I have Giddy Up 2, I added animal gear and animal equipment to it, and it seemed kind of a nice little aesthetic for everything. Auto cleaners. I just actually, like, I don't know, when I was playing yesterday sometime, I was able to get an auto cleaner made myself. Better linkable colors, bionic icons, various things like that. Character editor, clean textures, doormat. I'm just really going over things I usually don't use. I have furniture expanded production in. It didn't really seem to do anything for me. I think I know a couple of times I was wishing I had put the power mod in, not because I wanted the better power producing things, like the better steamed geyser generator. It would be nice, but what I was really wanting it for is the bigger batteries, because I kind of expanded my batteries and it's not enough. So I think I would really, for my play style, want the bigger batteries personally from the power mod. Fahrenheit Celsius is on here. I've got Mines 2.0. I like this better than Quarry personally. You still have to go and mine out your own marble, granite, and things like this, but this thing lets you mine out components, lets you mine out gold. I don't remember looking really hard at it. It may let you mine out silver. I don't think so. But it does components, steel, gold, and things like that. You can't mine out things like advanced components and stuff like that. So you still have to get stuff. But once you get to the point of using this thing, you can really just go and be self-sufficient. That's what I was aiming for with this colony, is making them self-sufficient. I wasn't really aiming for anything else. Miscellaneous trainings. I still haven't messed with this mod. Haven't set up anything for it because I'm kind of concentrating on other things right now. More linkables. I just actually unlocked the ability to make a lot of this stuff. They're a little expensive on some of these things. Like this thing right here, that's expensive. Expanded framework for music expanded is nice. Numbers, of course. Vanilla's animals expanded. I do like the vanilla animals expanded. I don't like the other ones really. The endangered or things like that. I just didn't care. Vanilla achievements, of course. If fishing expanded is kind of either hit or miss, really, to me. It's great early game, but once you get your farms up and running, like enough to self-sustain your colony, you do not need this anymore. So it's kind of superfluous, really. I mean, it goes into the vanilla expanded, like cooking with sushi and things like that, but still. Prepare landing is in here, of course. That's really helpful early on. Quality builder. RT Fuse doesn't do what I thought it did. I thought this prevented when you have a zit, it prevents your batteries from draining, but no, that's not what this does. What this does is stops stuff exploding in it. So that's what this does. It doesn't stop your batteries draining. Your batteries are gonna drain with it, but it on the zit event, it will stop things from exploding. That's what it's there for. I didn't understand that at first. Vanilla furniture expanded core. I just had some, and architect, I think. Single plant texture patch. Smart farming. I got smarter construction, but really I didn't notice a difference, unfortunately. They still did stupid shit, mining and things like that. So yeah. I think what I'm looking for is like smarter mining or something where they'll stop before they collapse a roof on themselves. Because I didn't keep the save, but that happened to me once in the save. As I was just mining and not thinking about it, and they went and got the like last couple of pieces, and all of a sudden the roof collapsed on them and stuff like that from the mountain. I think the next time I play, I'm going to try using like a roof, the thick roof removal mods, because that's kind of frustrating for me personally. You know, I've had a bunch of stress fights. Well, not stress fights, but they have social fights, and this does nothing for that. Doesn't do anything for it. So it's kind of superfluous to me, because with the difficulty I'm playing on, I didn't need this mod. Just to let you know, I was able to keep everybody in pretty high spirits. A couple of times they got to middling, but that's like when they got hurt or something and things like that. Stacks, I've noticed something. While stacks work really well, if it gets put on a shelf, I think it kind of messes up a little bit, because it says nothing else can be put on the shelf after it gets to a certain point anyway. Like I've got had at one point 2 shelves of wood. One would have like 100 or something on it, but nothing else could be put on it. And then another one could have like 900. So it's either hit or miss, I think, on some of that. Tilled soil is great until you get the hydroponics base, if you want to go that way. If you don't, this is great. This gives you 200% growth rate. When you put this down, it's a floor, basically. It doesn't cost anything, so it's a little cheaty, you would say, but tilled soil is tilled soil. It's the ground. So this gives you 200% growth rate, better than some of the fertility spots. And also you always can't get fertility spots where you want them to be. But hydroponics base still outpaced this by a good 70, I think it's 70% more growth rate than the tilled soil even. So it's great early, but once you get to a point that you can get hydroponics bay, if you want to go that route, then you don't need that anymore. Toggleable readout, straighten backstory icons. Common sense, I think is, I'm not sure. Some mod in my list is changing the way pawns work, and I'm not sure if it's something to do with vanilla expanded or common sense, because the people rating me do not act like they're supposed to. I do not know why. I have watched Adams versus Anything, pawn pathfinding guide, the enemy pathfinding guide. Go watch it yourself. It's a great watch. It tells you everything you need to know about what to do to get pawns to go in a certain direction when they come and raid you. I have followed his guide exactly, and they still won't do it. When I load up my mod, when I get to the last deal, I'll show you. I've got a squirrel setting in a room after all the traps. I have a unpowered turret setting next to my entrance door to the trap area. They will ignore it. Eventually, they'll go to the trap area, but when they first spawn on the map, they will ignore the trap. And the trap room and just go and beat up against the wall, set fire to something. They will not go through the trap room. I'm trying to figure out what I can do to fix this, but my only fix may be either removing common sense or removing everything from Vanilla Expanded. I'm not sure which changes it, but something changes the way pawns, when they come to Ragey, work. I'm not sure what it is. Because they're just ignoring what has been known for pawn behavior forever. I don't know why. But I think it's one of these two mods that changes the way they're working. Yeah, it's been annoying me. What I'm doing right now is I'm double walling my community. That's what I said. My pawns are powerful enough, self-sufficient enough right now that I'm not really worried about the raids I'm getting. But I really want to see if I double wall my settlement, if that will affect their behavior to make them come to the trap room first. Because if that's so, then I know what to do going forward. First, before I even set up the trap room, I have to get the double wall up, and then I can set up the trap room. It's annoying me severely that they're not going where they're supposed to. But I'll show you that when we get in. Tweets galore. I have nothing to do with this is nothing to do with changing pawn behavior or anything, except for in social fights. There's a setting you can change for social fights and nothing else. So I don't know. It's more, this one's more about changing the way, like, the anima tree is. You can dig up the anima tree without it screaming and making you move debuff and plant it somewhere else, is basically one of the things this does. It also does that toggleable lights lag fix thing. So utility columns, I got the things, but I haven't been using them. They could be interesting, but I haven't really felt the need to use them yet. I have the ideology patches, the royalty patches, fishing expanded, fishing treasures add-on. I had a colony before this one that I was messing around with, but then I just lost the colony because of I think I'd lost Reaver or something due to something, and I just decided not to do. And his wife had a miscarriage. She was injured in a raid, so she miscarried, and it was just all going wrong. She also had malaria at the time, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it was not a good time on that colony. But the big thing I remember from that is the fishing add-on, treasure add-on. They fished up a heavy LMG. One of them at one point, they fished up the heavy LMG. And then I have the architect module. They say not to use this because for some reason it's really laggy, but I love this mod. I just love the decoration options and things like that you can get with it. And the different furnitures and stuff like that. I just love this mod, so I'm going to continue playing with it. And then there's the art module. Hit or miss, really, on this one. I haven't really messed with it. And then the props and decorations for even more decorations and stuff. Hair expanded, outpost expanded. I haven't set up an outpost yet. Sidecast expanded. I play this one for the changes to side casting. It's so good. I don't care about the storyteller personally, but the side casts are really interesting and good. Textures expanded variations, wall light, what's that mod, yo-yos, and then lovely hairstyles, facial stuff. Eye genes, filth vanishes with rain and time, ticks, colony groups. I could remove this. I've been not using this at all. I do like some of the changes though it does to the colony bar, so I'll probably keep it around just for that, but I don't really create groups or anything. And then the Rocket Man. And that is my mod list. Took it a second. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the first save I did. I made it right after they were equipping the gear and things. And I just want to use this to show you the map here. I did do a little bit of a modified crash landing. The only thing I changed is the random pet I made sure was a husky. That's the only thing I changed with the crash landing deal. Well, not the only thing. One thing I did change, there's kind of a, I don't know if it would be called a bug or something, but when I load these 3 pawns into the pawn list at the start of the character creation thing, it makes the pawn list go down. It actually adds them to the list instead of replacing other pawns. So it makes it more pawns in there. And it kind of messes up the pawns list over on the left on the normal screen when you're not doing character editing. And so what I did was I removed pawns until I could fit the thing all off of one screen. So I didn't have that little thing where it messes up and covers one of the UI elements. That's the only other thing I changed. So we started with the Husky, which is great because the reason why I like the Husky is because he can do hauling tasks. So he really helped me out early on when I didn't have many pawns around. He was an exceptional little friend there. And this is our map right here. It's got a bunch of things on it. I was able to get like a table and things for free early on without having to make one and things like that. Really nice section here. I started actually up in this section right here. I eventually used this steam geyser. You'll see as we go further on, this steam geyser as a power deal. There's another steam geyser over here that I used, and things like that. And eventually I did expand, and I think I also grabbed that steam geyser. And this, I use this kind of as a barrier, the river as a barrier. You'll see as we get in there. Our anima tree is like right here. I was able to eventually get a mega sloth tamed up because one of my colonists got an inspiration for taming anything for guaranteed, and I still had a mega sloth on the map to choose. I still haven't messed with this thing at all. So no mechanators for me. This is the ancient danger that's came on the map. I haven't touched it. My whole goal was to get this place self-used and things like that. And so this was our starting map right here. It's a river pretty much down the middle, things like that. It's really, really good. So let's load up. Here is our first prisoner that we converted and then put in our group. Lots of social fights started because of this person. I do not know why. This was their starting stuff. I did character edit a lot of things, but this was their starting thing. I basically removed slow learner, put jogger up to fast, and made them fast walker, basically. I also think I gave them trigger happy because they're going to be another shooting person. but they still have pretty much all the same stats and everything that they have now. Construction, I think I did put their mining up because they have no mining for some reason with a lot of construction. And things like that, but I changed their ideology and things like that. Speaking of ideology, I just chose the one that was classic like when I started. I chose the one that said classic like in the ideology chosen things instead of making my own or anything. I just chose classic like. Some things was fine, other things were really missed. Like it's got female clothing and male clothing requirements. Physical love was pretty good because they could start getting the mood buff without having to be married first. I don't know why, but I had kind of a bug with the leader and the moral guide thing. I put Tadia as the moral guide, and then later on I put Mira as the leader. And the problem was the when I put the leader, Mira as the leader, for some reason the moral guide, it says it was lost to Tadia, but it wasn't. She can still do all the things moral guide does, but I had a pop-up saying that she was no longer the moral guide. So I don't know what happened there. Which one is it? This one, I've done this one a lot. This one's actually pretty good. It's a lot of fun using this. Took me a while to get the Neil sheets because they require the wool and things. I haven't done anything with any of the relics. And I've only gotten the, I think I only got the quest for going and finding the Liberal Arc. And things like that. But this is like our beginning area right here. I have things mapped out. I do change it later on, of course, because I needed to expand and things like that. But yeah, like the farming deal changes, and of course, and then I expand over here, like I said, to get the steam geysers. Now I already have a setup for the steam geyser here planned out on this one. There's our food burning generator and things like that, and I've got our medicine up off the ground and things like that. I'm growing 2 rice, 1 hay grass for when I need to get kibble for animals and things, heel root and psychoid plants. I don't have a drug lap yet, but that's what I use to make money later on, is to make flake and then sell it. Have a dumping stockpile, a regular stockpile, our butchering table, and our deal here. I have a little kitchen area right here, a little deal of a freezer here, and I don't think I've set up. Yeah, I've got a couple. I've gotten the setup for the anima tree, but I don't have the schedule done yet for them. On this one, they just do it if they want to. I think this was like a drop pod thing here. I could get those if I wanted to and use them as food, and things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think somewhere over here, I can't remember where, I think I've done set up a corpse pile for when I get manhunter packs coming in and they got Scaria, to drag those corpses over there. Then later on, I get a setup area for corpses to burn in the crematorium. And then here's Tadia cured. This is where she had, this time she had malaria and had a kid, but I didn't have a raid during it. but she had malaria when she was pregnant in her first trimester. But I didn't have a raid on top of that this time around, like I talked about in that last colony. So she didn't die. She didn't miscarry, I mean to say. And also Reber's alive. Also, when I was setting it up, I decided to just remove any social interaction. I don't have a lover. I didn't have a lover set. I didn't have brothers and sisters or fathers and mothers or anything set like that. It was just, I had to set that up every time I loaded these characters because it wouldn't save it for some reason. So I decided this time just to not do it. And apparently Tadia and Reber decided to be lovers this go around. So I just decided to let that go. But I've expanded. We have now Chelsea in here, and we also have Starfire. Now, I will say I modified Starfire pretty heavily because he had a drug addiction, so I just removed it through the character editor. And also he was like into like construction and mining. I didn't at the time need another construction mining person, so I just modified them to be cooking plants and some crafting in them. With having them as melee, I think they had like the same in shooting, but I needed another melee person at this point to make sure I had enough blocking. And there's our crematorium with the corpse deal and things like that. Still haven't made our first steam geyser yet. We're still relying on wood fire generator and a wind turbine. I eventually make another wind turbine because I was getting really, really bad power at some point. So I just made another one right here and moved the recreation thing. I got 3 batteries set up and then the makeshift fuse. This was when I still thought the fuse made it where the batteries wouldn't drain, but no, I eventually figured out that the fuse and stuff just makes it where it wouldn't explode. And also you don't have to have your power go through from this to everywhere else. It just needs to be connected to your power network and it works. So it just needs to be toggled into the conduit system here. It doesn't actually need to be connected to these batteries at all. It could be up here in the corner and it would still work, you know. At this point, I have moved. I did have my table and everything for dining moved right here, but then I needed the ritual room because I needed to get some ritual stuff going. So I got that all set up and things like that. We're getting the point where we can make flake a lot. So we got that going. Mira's doing all of our researching right now. Buddy is still being an absolute Chad, hauling stuff around for me. Especially he'll haul the food. That's what he's helping with. He while Tadia gets the things and makes it all come out of the ground, he goes over there and starts hauling things and into it. I've expanded the kitchen area. I've moved the stone cutting table to here and changed them to electric along with the butcher. The electric versions come from the vanilla expanded production mod. And yeah, so and I got a couple of shelves set up next to the deal, but this is the point right here that I really, really badly started having power issues. So eventually I just had to remake the regular butcher's table and the regular stone cuttings table that are not electric, so I wouldn't lose access to butchering and things when I needed it butchered. So yeah, until I get another one of these set up, I was really getting power issues, and then eventually I set up the steam geyser. So let's load into the next one here. Yeah, here's we go. Trying to fix power right now. So I'm having really bad power issues right now, but I have expanded a lot since then. As you can see, we have 2 more people and the kid has been born. Now Snowy we actually got from a quest. It was a quest to You know, I can't remember what the quest was, but I know one of the rewards is it gave me Snowy. The problem is she came indoctrinated with the Sophian doctrine, so I had to convert her. It, I didn't really look at my ideology stuff, but if I had looked, I would have noticed that I could do like a conversion ritual. I didn't know this happened, so it took like a good month in game time, if not month and a half, to get her converted. She didn't have much will. It just, for whatever reason, it just went down really, really slow, and things like that. I've also got a barn, and I've got buffaloes. I bought those from a merchant by using our flake as things. I've got a smeltery setup, machining table, art bench, tailoring, school area for the kid when she's grown up, clothing section with a couple of clothes for the kid when she grows up. This is over here. Even though I have it hooked to power, as you can see, it's still not enough power going through the system. So I think at this point I'm researching power. I just got this, I think, installed. So these should start filling up a lot here for me, is what's going to happen. And my food is still the same it was, but I am now, since I have all these people, expanding. Let's talk about Mata. Mata actually came pretty good. She didn't have trigger happy industrious fast learner. I put those on her, of course. I just copied her from Mira because industrious is for using the research stuff. The fast learner is to learn research stuff faster, get her skill up faster so she can research faster, and then trigger happy because she's one of my shooters. But she came with what she has in skill wise about. I actually think she had more social. I just turned it down. I didn't need another social person. I wanted Mira to be the social person. But she, I think at when she came in, she had like 12 intellectual and like 10 or so medical with with 7 shooting, I think it was, and she had the passions in them already. She was just a great pawn that just spawned out of nowhere. I'm trying to remember if she was one of the ones that I think she just walked onto the map, and either she just walked onto the map and joined, or she was what do you call it? Not a quest reward, but shoot, I can't remember now. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. But yeah, this is my setup for my lab right now. I actually have sterile tiles. Sterile tiles now, so I was able to set up the sterile tile section. I've got all this set up to work with the deals. My research goes pretty darn fast, especially with both Mira and Mata doing it. Mata is also now my main healer, of course, because she has like 12 medical compared to Mira's 10. So she's got our deal. Oh, I also have sidearms mod, simple sidearms mod. I don't think I mentioned that in the mod section, but I do have simple sidearm mods. Basically, I just do that to have a melee weapon on my people in case they get ganked, which did happen a couple of times. But I now also have a medical section with sterile tiles, a marble large sculpture in here to raise the beauty and stuff. It's a medical deal, so it's very impressive right now. I do eventually get a vitals monitor, put it right there in the middle. My rooms are actually slightly impressive with all these statues in them right now. And I've also kind of future-proofed my section. I've also got these steel small bins. Basically what this is from the vanilla expanded mod. Modern I think the tech was called modern furniture or something like that. That gives you access to, one of the things it gives you access to is these steel bins. What this does is it does a cleaning in this section that's highlighted. It's pretty slow, but it helps out. Every little bit helps out, especially this early. I just put this storage deal over here to hold kibble and things, but I don't think I haven't set it up yet for holding the kibble. That's why there's a club on it. I have still got the wooden stove. See, I still have the wooden butcher bench regularly and things. Like I said, I just fixed my power issues. I have 6 batteries now with a fuse. I still didn't understand that I didn't need to hook the fuses into the batteries at this point. But then eventually I said, you know what? I'm already doing it. Might as well continue on with it and things like that. Actually, I didn't talk about Starfire more than I thought. Starfire was actually a person that just walked onto the map and was wild, and I was able to use Mira to tame him. He is actually pretty easily on this guy. He just came in and did it. And like I said, I made him a cooking planting person. He didn't have all this stuff. So I made him into a cooking planting person because I needed another person to keep up at this point. I've got the passive coolers going. I've only have the heater in here because we have the kid. I've actually turned the heater down to keep it around 66 because the kid in here, if it usually gets around 70, it starts having issues. I have a couple of toys for the baby, and the baby grew up pretty happy. So let's go ahead and load on to the next one. Now we have fog for quest. I got a quest that somebody wanted to manipulate the weather. It would have made it foggy for like 17 days or so. And I said, okay. I just threw down a save to make sure nothing really bad happened and things like that. So there we go there. As you can see, my batteries are still not completely fixed yet. I have more things going on. I'm expanding the farm, the deal for future uses because I have kids and animal kids and things going here. So it's now expanded. I still haven't figured out to get the kibble over here yet. I still haven't figured out how to force it over there. I still haven't learned about the priorities yet. I haven't set to priority preferred, but I think I eventually learned I need to put it on, especially that one on critical, because that needs to go there and stay there. I've now expanded enough to have, of course, the ritual room is up here. I've got speakers, I've got light fields and things like that. My medical place is still there like it was. Farm, the storage still there. Snowy is still in here at 60% at this point. I'm having food problems right now. They're eating baby food. Don't know why, but they are. I don't know. I think it's because of my power issues right now. I don't think I've noticed that I have a issue with this not being full. That really helps out early on as an extra source of power. So these should start filling up now. But yeah, if I just need to keep remembering to get this done. I think I have, for some reason, I actually turned that off at some point. My deal is still here. I've expanded out to this far. And as you can see, this is what I'm doing to try and get power fixed more, is to get this built up. I just don't have the steel requirement right yet. I've also added these from the Even More Linkables mod to give me extra power generation off of these things. This one gives me like 5% extra per output. This gives me 10. And then this one I think gives me 5 as well. So all told together, I get 20% extra output. I don't have it set up over here because I don't think I had access to them at this point when I had that built. And my lab is still like this right now. All of my benches and things are still in their places. Since I've got the muffaloes and the sheep, I've actually been able to start getting beds going here for things. I've replaced Buddy's bed with a nice little thing there for him. Emma is still adorable little baby at this point. She's 2 years and 9 days now. I'm still at the same point I was before. I have been able to get everybody into dusters and cowboy hats, except for Mira. She still has the flak armor stuff on. But yeah, everything's pretty good right now, except for, trying to get the power back up. I think that's what I'm really doing. I think eventually I even get to the point that I add another stove, a fueled stove, so I can at least get food cooked at this point. Because I just ate this. Mada just ate the last of the baby food. Didn't really need it because I didn't have a lot more babies, but because Emma's still being breastfed, okay. And my dining room is really, really impressive, isn't it? It's still got a steel table. I eventually replace it with a marble one. It's got the steel urn in it. I got a poor statue in here. I eventually think I replaced that. I did actually get a masterwork dining chair. I think I got this like really early in the playthrough. I didn't even talk about it. I got it real early in the playthrough. I just put it here and put it next to the chess table so it can have a nice deal there. But yeah, so power issues and then food issues. It's a never-ending cycle for me early on. And then here is before Caravan. I wanted to go and do a trade with people because I was really wanting to get more sterile tiles because I had to modify my deal to fit all this new stuff in. I had to get the multi-analyzer in so I could get and move up in tech on my system. And also I needed gold for this. So what this was I needed gold to get this. So I went and sent out a caravan to get it. The reason why I have it now, when I say this is before Caravan, is because I actually got a quest that gave me enough gold to go ahead and get it made. But yeah, my animals are expanding. I eventually get to the point where I start controlling them more. I still only have the one here. I think our deal is built there. I'm starting to build out a separated wall. I've expanded my farm to have more. So I still got the 2 rice fields, the hay grass, the heel root, the psychedelics. I have right now some corn planted here, devil strand, and then some more drugs. Didn't really need more food right now. My only issue with food is the thing being electric at one point, but now I've got it. I have my trap deal, which didn't really work. As you can see, I still at this point don't understand everything, but this is around the point that I started going and watching Adams versus Anything guide to pawn pathfinding, because I was wondering why they started ignoring things. I was thinking maybe it's because I'm still working on getting everything nailed in on the outside walls. No, it's not that. So what Adams versus Everything says is actually this is supposed to be out here, right next to the door, surrounded by doors. Steel doors he shows off, so I put steel doors around mine, and it's supposed to be unpowered. It's supposed to draw them in. But he also says if you have, I don't have them yet, I eventually get a squirrel that's self-tamed. If you have an animal behind your trap deal, so things come through, they should do it. Nope. I can tell you right now, no. They, while some of them do it, most of them don't. Also, if they don't die from the trap, if the pawns don't die from the trap, they'll leave. They'll go back out and then start just damaging shit. So, yeah, I'm not totally sure at this point what's going on. But I think eventually I figure out it's got to be some mod interaction that changes it, because mine is just not working like they said it would. You know. Snowy. Still here. Down to 7.7%. Still takes another couple of days to get her to convert. Also, Tasca is like a... he's a quest person. I'm supposed to hold on to him. This is the quest I was thinking about getting for the gold, but then I got another quest later on that gave me less gold, but still gold. That's why I was able to get the multi-analyzer. I think I went and traded with these people here. This was my first time ever doing a caravan, so I didn't understand the waypoint system. What I should have done was I should have done a waypoint up and around. But what happened was it did a straight shot across that took it a little bit longer. If you travel, I've traveled the road coming back, and it went a lot faster. So I was able to understand the waypoint system here a little bit better then. And then on the way back by, I also stopped by the people up here and gave them some flake and bought a couple of things out of them. And then I took the road all the way back, and I had just enough food on the way back. I foraged enough and things like that on the way back to get there and things like that. Also, I guess we could talk about Emma. She's now 3. I think she just grew up. She just had a deal, and it says she eventually says she wants to learn planting, but she never did anything with it. So she's I think she's actually going to, I think she goes construction, mining, and art, just like her dad eventually. Here's the trade 1 complete. I don't know if she's still on the map or not. Yeah. So she's traveling up to the deal here. Still working on things. The reason why I made this save is because I, just in case her going up there would hurt her somehow. She did it. I didn't even notice, but when I took I used a muffalo, and I didn't notice, but the muffalo I used was, I didn't know at the time, but the muffalo I used was pregnant. So when she came back onto the map here, into the main map, she was she had a baby muffalo following her. And then Sophia, it just took so long. I didn't understand at the point that I had that ritual, conversion ritual. But the reason why Snowy, I keep on coming back to Snowy, is important. She's going to be my animal person. I have modified her, but she already had the animals up at this level and the shooting, and I just took everything else and left it like it was, but just gave her the fast learner, industrious, fast walker, trigger happy thing. But yeah, because she's going to be our hunter handler, is kind of why she's important Um, and it was taking so long. I was getting to the point that I was having problems with cooking because Starfire here is doing pretty much everything. He's doing the sowing, the planting, the harvesting, and he's also the only one I have right now who's handling the animals. I think Mira is helping out with the animals, but those two are the only ones. And it's just stretching me too thin right now. So yeah, and things like that. I don't have much I got some food now, but still pretty soon, I think after this is when I start running into like major food problems. And that's when I start planning and going into the deal of hydroponics, I think. And then this is the Caravan peace talks. Eventually, one of the deals wanted to do a peace talks. This is the first one I dealt with. I made a save before it happened. Yeah, it's right here. So I sent Mira, Tadia, Reber out because those were my main deals. Reber as a guard, Tadia as also a guard, and then Mira as the one who they would talk to, because you get an extra bonus if you send out your leader to meet with them. So there's that. I also have a lot of deals here. And now Snowy has joined, so she is working on our animals and things here. She's doing our handling, our hunting, and our fishing to get extra food for us. The food situation is getting a little dire. Because we're expanding so fast at this point that I just really haven't expanded enough. I'm trying to get as you can see, I'm trying to get hydroponics up as quick as I can. I'm just not getting this. I have the components. I just don't have the steel right now, really, to get them up any higher. I'm also trying to get sun lamps going and covering this up. I have the sun. I have solar generators. 2 of them per sun lamp is supposed to be the deal. So I'm planning on expanding this out more. Eventually I also expand over to this steam generator. I just think I did things in the wrong order at this point. I've also added the things over here to give us more power through this thing. I don't have this on anymore. My power room has expanded up. I've got 3 extra batteries for things. I'm just expanding quicker than I can make it right this second, is I think the problem I ran into this area. And Takeo is a paralytic as base shifts for 17 days. She was from a I think a quest. I think she was from a quest that says if you take care of her for the time she's out, and I think she was set to like 25 days or something like that, she would join you when she got up. And the reason why I wanted her is I needed another person. But she came with this. I'm serious. I changed her things here, of course. I gave her all of this stuff because she's going to be my main person from now on. But she came with this right here. I could not turn this down. She was 18, double passion in shooting, single passion in melee. I couldn't turn this down. So the only thing I changed about her, like I said, is her traits to make her trigger happy, industrious, and fast walker and stuff like that. And tough, because she'll be up. She's a person who's going to be up in the line, shooting a shotgun until I get like assault rifles and things. And she's also going to be my main crafter. That's her job. She's defense, and a crafter. That's all she's going to do, is do those when she wakes up. I could not turn down this person. Like I said, I added the crafting and the traits, but everything else she came with automatically. She was just, wow. I couldn't believe I got like an 18-18 pawn like that, just straight up. It was amazing. So I definitely did that. At this point, I'm sterilizing the animals because it's getting to be too much. I'm running out of food because of the animals as well. So I started just sterilizing the crap out of them. All the babies and things, all the lambs. I even eventually sterilized, as you can see, I sterilized Woolly 3 so I don't get any more any more sheep made at this point. And I do keep the buffaloes making, but I just start sterilizing their kids. Poor little Muffalo 3 here, before I slaughtered him, got like, I think 4 botched surgeries on him before he finally got sterilized. The dude just was not having a good day. Also, I didn't understand at the time that they need a sleep spot so I can sterilize them. So now I understand that. That's why eventually I just start spamming out regular sleep spots so I could get them done. Also, I moved the kid stuff down here because Emma's now her own self at age 5 and 22 days now. And she still doesn't do much of anything except for hauling and cleaning right now. I also have a kid area set up where she's pretty much limited to inside the walls and things. Things like that. I still have I still haven't moved the turret or anything. As you can see, I think all this blood here was from like a manhunting pack, and I've got the mines started to set up. I didn't understand the mines at first, but here's the mines. I eventually understood how you can actually mine for jade as well. Now mining for Etlex is actually kind of overpowered because this goes into the Psycaster gear. But you can do steel. Apparently you can mine for silver. I didn't even think about that. I haven't even tried it. But gold, I eventually make it for steel, gold, uranium, plasteel, and then components. Those are the 5 things I start mining out of these things. And the reason is I just needed all those components, really. The gold is for our fabrication bench. We now have a fabrication bench with all this stuff hooked up to it. I at this point make components in here, even though I can mine them, because I just wasn't thinking. I can make the marine armor and recon armor. I still haven't really done anything. Like, I can make advanced components. That's why I'm going to eventually start mining out the gold, because you need that to make advanced components. And then the uranium, I need to make various things, like the marine armor. And here's the auto cleaner. I don't know, is this the save with no save with an auto cleaner yet. Tico is still down. It says 17. Yeah. Yeah. it's just expanding at this point. Nothing really going on. That's why I've named it Nothing Going On. And then here's where I'm at now. This is my colony at this point. It's pretty much all self-sustaining now. As you can see, I have a lot of people now. So Tico is now up and about. She has been amazing for crafting things I need. Eventually Table joins us. I actually think I just made him into what he is. I needed somebody else to construction and mine, and then I gave him a little bit of shooting. But I needed somebody to do this. Him and Tico are an item, I think, right now. Yeah. Table, Tico. They have a kid together, which is, I think, getting taken care of. Yeah, it's Mary getting taken care of by Tico right now. Here is Freebie, our Mega Sloth that got tamed. He's in the room with Snowy because he sees Snowy as his master. So I just put the bed in there for him. Here is all of our animals. I eventually got some pigs from traders. I have a problem right now in that pig mother pig 1 has dementia. So far it's not really done anything except for her wandering around. Where I'm under a heat wave in winter. So we're having a really bad problem with heat. I think I need to get a cooler over here for these animals. Basically, I'm venting here, but I have the, if I look at roof area, I have it off right here. So it's not really putting out heat into the area. Even though you would think it would, it doesn't actually work like that. But all of this is hot. Now this is hot because I do have these coolers blowing into here. But that's fine because this is my hothouse. This is all closed in. I have... let me see. You can barely see it. See this little section right here? See this little white outline? That's the dubbed skylights. I have those covering every one of these things. So it can be closed in. There's no need for sun lamps. It works out really well. Here's my auto cleaner. It's running out. It's running and doing things. I've moved up to circuit breakers from fuses. Things like that. Here's all of my power banks. Like I said, I think I would have done well to have vanilla expanded power because I could have saved me so much room if I had had the bigger batteries at this point. I have the vitals monitor for improved medicine. I have the surgical lamps for improved medicine. I have the surgical instruments tables, which this one is also being building to improve medicine here. I have a passive cooler in here. Heaters are all off because it's really bad. I think I just recently placed all of these coolers in here, and I have deconstruction deals set to the passive coolers. This has just got placed in here. I think this just got placed in here, and so did this one. My production bench is doing things for me. I'm making charge rifles now. I have animal power armor queued up. I'm going to see what that does for me. I'm not totally sure if that'll do anything for me. I think it'll go. I also have this now. It's a walk because it's a female ward doing things. I have my drugs. I have like 588 flake right now because I'm growing heel root, psychoid leaves, and then rice in the growers. This is my ritual room right now. It's pretty impressive. I need to get a flooring in there. Like in a lot of places, I actually need to get flooring in here. This is my place now, my dining area. It's got a piano in it. I eventually had to figure out something to do to get an extra recreation because for whatever reason, Mira here, I think became bored and wouldn't use any of the recreation things. So eventually I made this piano and that seemed to fix the issue. I now also have a TV for recreation use as well. I have a marble table, which is in excellent condition. I still got this poor statue I need to replace. I think this is, yeah, so that needs to be uninstalled and then replace it with that one. I have statues up in here, and these are my prison deals. I'm actually really fine on food. I now started making um, survival meals. So for Caravan, it runs if I need to. I have 278 gold. Here's my setup for mining right now. Mine until I have 500 steel. I have so much steel right now because I just did a pretty much a haul everything across the map thing and things like that. I've also been buying from traders because I have money now because of the flake. Mining components, mining plasteel, mine gold, and mine uranium. And I've got trash cans set up. I have a electric smithy. I need to actually get her over here onto the electric smithy because I keep on forgetting. I'm trying to get her to make maces out of uranium, and I keep on getting her not on that because she's prioritizing the stuff in here really quick now. You actually need to drop that. That wasn't meant for you. Are you missing? No. I don't know why she's got the embarrassed look to her. Oh, it's taking her a little bit to do it. There we go. There we go. Now Reaper is completely decked out here in marine armor, which is good. So, yeah. Is Tico's not up yet? Need to watch her. But yeah, I'm getting these guys to go around and make a double wall. This is where at the point where I'm trying to see if I double wall this thing, will they stop ignoring my section? Because like I said, I have this unpowered turret indoors around here. And here's Bait. He just sits here. This is all he does. He just sits here. But they ignore his ass, even though everybody's saying, just put an animal out here and they'll just come right for it. No, they don't. They ignore the freaking animal. I do not know why. So that's what I'm doing right now is I'm double walling pretty much everything right now. Is I'm just getting everything on the outer edge as much as I can double walled. And Tadia is also pregnant again right now. Okay. Tadia, go rest until healed, please. She also has recon helmet on. Okay, gather for birth. You bring Issy and Emma because those are her kids. And then Reaper, of course, as the father. What am I missing? I'm not sure what I need to do to get this up to 100%. I guess it just needs Mata's medicine skill up at 20, and that would get us to 100%. So she's going to have another kid. So that's going to be... Issy's off by himself now. So we still have a crib available for the baby. What I need to do is... I need temperature and over-the-wall cooler here. And I need... Table, what are you doing? What about Chelsea? I need you to stop what you're doing and just come working on that. Alright. Got a healthy Brody. Sure, it works for me. Also, Emma is named Emmeline. It actually had her as Emma, and I decided to just go ahead and expand her name and just call her Emma. And Issy is Isaiah's, and I just decided to call him Issy. Still working on it. Mother Pig is kind of heat stroke right now, so it's kind of trying to get Chelsea to build this thing. Okay. I kind of ignored that. Hold on just a second. Okay, at least these rooms are good. I wonder if I need another one in here. Yep. Damn it. There we go. I don't think I've... I just don't know what's going to happen once it gets daytime again. Starting to heat up outside again. $110 outside. I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting anything where I need to cater to somebody's mood. Okay, it's at hour 12. 13. The heat wave is over. Okay. I need to set these back up to 70. Done. I think these are all, yeah, all these here are still set at 70s. And the passive cooler, I think I still have like a passive cooler in here that was able to deal with it because it's a small room. And this is going to stay heated because if I remember correctly, the skylights also heat the area. They allow heat through. So that's going to stay heated. But I think we're fine now. We did lose some animals, like Mother Pig 1, but I was going to be replacing her with this one anyway. Let me see here. Okay, we were able to keep... Oh, okay. Alright, so... Okay. So, Mother 1, as soon as she's finished getting pregnant, she's going to be slaughtered. Because I want to keep them kind of young. 9 is really about as far as I want to take it. So you're going to be replacing that one. I have you here as a backup in case something goes wrong with Muffalo 1. But I'm pretty sure as soon as she replaces the others, I'll just sterilize them. Or slaughter them, as the case may be. This one needs to be slaughtered because it's an adult. This one needs to be left alone. This one needs to be Muffalo. This one needs to be slaughtered. Muffalo Calf 3 stays. Does need to be sterilized. Muffalo 4 is pregnant, actually. That's unfortunate. It just got pregnant, apparently. This one needs to be sterilized as well. Okay. And none of the sheep can be breed right now. I was thinking about go ahead and getting, if I see one at a trader, getting another one, another male, so I could breed them again. And then I can start using them for meat as well. And then I would never have to worry about food again. I don't even actually have to worry about food right now. These two pigs are adults now, so they need to be slaughtered as well. This one I need to keep. This piglet one is the one I need to keep as well. But this one I hope is going to grow up into an adult here pretty soon, and that will be our new breeder, one of our new breeders. Our pig father one is 7. So probably as soon as we get a male next time, I'll probably keep him around. Bait, of course, is set to a bait area. He can only be in that area. And then I have no animal sections for Freebie, Warg, and Buddy. The main thing about the no animal section is they can't go into the drug area and use them. Where is... Yes. I need to install that there. But yeah, I'm hoping the double wall fixes things. Over here is my anima tree. I've been using it pretty well. I'm building this little section here. I did change in these configs for tweaks, the tweak mod. I turned the radius of not building things, except for nature things, around the anima shrine the smallest it can go. Because I wanted to create a little eating area next to the anima tree. I personally, going forward, would probably use the mod and just uproot the tree and move it somewhere else. But I also have Psycast now. So Reaver has gone through the Warlord tree. They have Speed Boost, Power Leap, Blade Focus, Adrenaline Rush, Controlled Frenzy, and Kill Skip. And now I'm working on the Night Stalker tree for them, getting them, going to get them Darkness and Dark Vision and things like that, and get some other things in the the Night Stalker series, because he's going to be one of my main things. Tadia has no sidecast, neither does Hera yet. Chelsea, Starfire. The next one is Mata. And she went the protector route. She's all about healing our guys. I'll probably choose, like, she's going to be our support person, so I'll probably going to choose, like, Skip Master next for her. Or Empath. But I think Empath and Archon are going to go to Mira. And I'm going to, if I was going to continue the series, I would be doing that. I'm not really planning on it. As soon as these double walls are built and the next time a raid happens, I want to see what happens. And that's when I'm probably going to stop. But if I was going forward with Mira as my leader of my faction, I have the quest right now to turn her into things. So yeah, as soon as I get that done, I can start getting her up if I wanted to. Where's Tico? What are you doing? You're cutting stone blocks. Can you come over here? Huh. Oh, that's right. That's what I was doing. Okay, so this storage deal. I want to clear all in uranium. Put that as critical. I do have those things every now and then. I don't know why they bring things over. There's a charge rifle for somebody. Change her to a charge rifle from an assault rifle. You have a masterwork. You're my melee. You have an excellent, a normal. This is a normal, excellent, good. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure where the uranium is right now. There it is. Some of it, anyway. Let's check our bills here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still not understanding why this is being an issue here, because it just says it needs the stuff to make it. I have it set up to only need uranium. So I'm not sure what's going on. It says it just needs 50 time metals or wood. Making a mace. Yeah, 50 metal or wood. I think the thing's in range. Yeah, it's in range of it now. So can I force her to work on it now? There we go. Oh, wait. She was feeding the kid. Okay. Clear that. Breastfeed her. I didn't know she was feeding the kid at the time. Need you to prioritize playing with her as well. Check my things here. Okay, she's an adult now, so training, naming. Let's remove that. So she is Mother Pig 1 now. I'm gonna go ahead and just do that to those. $16 of medical. I don't remember what that was that popped up there. Let's see, here it's training of attack, so... Okay. Yeah, I'm just going through the things. I pretty much finished everything. Really. But yeah, it's pretty much just waiting for them to build things right now. I pretty much almost cleaned out all the map of things, of granite outside. It's the easiest way to get granite early, since I'm mainly using it to build walls instead of mining it. I think this goes a little bit faster if I just set everything fresh. Doesn't have any cougars hunted it down. Okay. I'm pretty sure if I continued much longer, I would set up chem fuel, because I have more food than I can use. Right now I have pretty much more food than I can use. What I'm expanding this, I'm also expanding out a little bit. What I was planning on using this for is just an area to make Devil Strand. It's the only thing. I don't need more food than this. I don't need more Psycho than this, and I do not need more heal root. I have 2 stacks and a bit of medicine. Okay. I just lost my stuff. But as you can see, it just yeah, it just doesn't remove the deal. I think, yeah, these need to be tripped. Yeah, that's from going into the deal. It's gonna do a thing. No idea why they're going down there. I'll take all your components. I'm sure I'll take your regular medicine. Take the short bow and that. And the recurve bow, and the revolver, and the recurve bow. Take the bolt action rifle. I'm gonna keep the sniper rifle for now, but you can take the assault rifle. You can take that. And that. Yep. I guess they see this down here as a deal. Okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for this to get done, you know. I think I'm gonna call the video here. I didn't get the charge back before it got to nighttime, so my sun deals didn't really kick in. They're now kicking in. I think if I wanted to, I could kind of separate the system a little bit in battery wise and have these things only getting charged by one of these generators, I guess. But yeah. I'm just gonna call it here. Wait till they get finished doing this double walling, which they're almost done with. They just got to do this whole section here, and they'll be done. They're also kind of working on this down here. This is all marble, a marble table, marble flooring, things like that, to get it really beautiful in there for them. Put a statue in there when I get a nice statue built. Kind of waiting to see if Reaver gets a inspiration deal so I can maybe get a masterwork created so I can put down up in here. I got a brazier for light in here for whenever it does, a marble one. But yeah, so I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little look at what I've been doing here in RimWorld. I'm actually doing better with it. I actually was able to stop about 9 o'clock last night and, you know, just go from there. So I'm not as addicted, I think, to it anymore. So we'll see. So thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.